we start with some things that we already know being out here in West Texas. It's hot and it's dry, and especially so over the past year. And if you've been paying attention to us here, Anthony has said this dry spell is the second longest that we've gone without rain. The longest was the drought that we saw about 10 years ago. If you'll remember, our water sources were dangerously low. We were under strict water restrictions and also being urged by city leaders to do away with grass lawns altogether. It was an interesting time. Now, nothing that dire this time around, so what's different? And what would it take for water restrictions? Jonathan Polasic joins us to explain why and when that could potentially be the case. Jonathan.
Hey Tatum, the directors of utilities that I spoke to, they tell me that we get the majority of our water in Midland and Odessa from the Colorado River Municipal Water District, which pulls its water from primarily 3 different lakes. And water restrictions depend on whether or not those lakes are at low levels. Water. We all need it. And when we're in a period of drought, cities can come up with ways to conserve water, like what Midland is doing right now.
We do have water restrictions. It's based off if your house is even or odd and what days you can water. And you have 4 days a week you can water right now. When we do if we need to end up going into restrictions, we start to reduce those days. But we're not there yet.
70% of Midland water comes from the Colorado River Municipal Water District, which draws primarily from 3 lakes, Lakes Ivy, Spence, and Thomas. And while we haven't had much rain this year, thanks to the massive rainfall we had last year, those lakes are still in good shape.
Our lakes, again, with all that water back in July, our lakes are able to withstand what all of the cities are using for at least about 10 to 12 months from now before the cities really need to start looking for water restrictions.
And any water restrictions are based off the levels in those lakes.
Our stages are based off of CRMWD, so the lake levels. If CRMWD hits a point where they feel they have to move their stage up, then we also, in combination, move our stage up.
So if more stringent restrictions are put in place, what would be scaled back first?
Most of the water in cities and most cities is used as irrigation. We would say about 55% of use. So you start restricting that first before you need to do anything with car washes or businesses, because it isn't the businesses. It's really everybody wanting green grass.
So what did Midland do to try and get people to conserve water after the 2011 drought? Well, they changed the way that water is paid for by introducing a tiered price system. Using more water meant paying a higher rate. And Crago said that it worked because back then it helped reduce Midland's water consumption by about 42%. Tatum?